What up, everybody? It's your boy Pyro, and today we're checking out Vince Staples' newest LP, Crybaby. It dropped June 5th of this year. I reacted to a song from here, Blackberry Marmalade, and I really enjoyed that. And as I've started understanding the depth of the lyrics a little bit more, not to a crazy extent, as I'm understanding them a little bit more, it's so good. It's so good. Um, so I'm pretty stoked about this. Obviously, lyrically, it's going to be pretty heavy. I'm imagining. This is my first Vince project. I'm actually checking out. Uh, so you'll have to forgive me where I have no clue what I'm talking about. I'm here for the ride and try to learn a little bit, maybe per chance. But yeah, just knowing from Blackberry Marmalade, it's gonna have some solid depth lyrically, and I say we just go ahead and hop on in here. That's the first track as well, and I'm still gonna play through it just because I want the entire album. You know, obviously that's we're going here. We're going in here looking at the project more than we are individual songs. Um, yeah, let's get this. I'm stoked.
Blackberry marmalade and sweet tea beats the summer blaze. They say honesty the best policy. Okay. Blackberry marmalade and sweet tea beats the summer blaze. They say honesty the best policy. Okay. Promise me you won't let me down. 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 Anti-establishment, crackers on that shadiness. Crackers watch me work and break my back and said they made me this. Crackers tap my pockets with tax and said they made me rich. Cracker jack the sound and show you box me in and show my shit like that. Don't let them trouble you, don't let them trouble America front of you. I know it before you, but don't let it get to you. Don't let it get to you. Just know that they miserable, and know that behind every smile, they think about killing you. Say it. Say it. It's okay to say it. Just say it, please. I won't tell anyone. Ghetto nigga, gangsta nigga, dangerous nigga, famous nigga, bougie nigga, Louis nigga, proud nigga, Gucci nigga, hardest nigga, honest nigga, smartest nigga. Say it how I meant it, then I call it like a shout. Scholar nigga, proper nigga, killer nigga, rapper nigga, conscious nigga, pompous nigga, self-indoor, resolving nigga, Californicated nigga, highly elevated nigga, ain't you glad I made it nigga, go ahead say it. Thuggish nigga, ruggish nigga, covered in beloved nigga, kiss a nigga, hug a nigga, if you find it fucking nigga, master never love a nigga, always trying to cuff a nigga, Obama come out a nigga, who the fuck you call a nigga? Blackberry marmalade and sweet tea beats the summer blaze. They say honesty the best policy. Okay. Say it. Blackberry marmalade and sweet tea beats the summer blaze. They say honesty the best policy. Okay. They're lying. Promise me you won't let me down. 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 Promise me you won't let me down.
Okay, so I love that the single was like the first track on the album. And like I said, there's a lot here to unpack lyrically. I suggest if you are going to look for somebody on YouTube that breaks down bars, because that's typically what I do, and it is super helpful. I'm here more just on a level of like, does it sound good? What do I think the project as a whole? Um, and this one's a banger for sure. There was a few things that I didn't realize, mainly due to like the Obama Kamala, who the fuck you calling? You know what I mean? That whole section. Somebody actually commented on my reaction video and broke it down a little bit more, and apparently that was referring to um, dipshit crybaby Trump, fucking comparing them both to monkeys, which 2020 fucking six. What are we doing here? What are we doing? Unreal. Um, that being said, there was something else in here too. I wanted to. Oh yeah, just go ahead and say it. Like I worked with a black dude at the factory. I worked 12 years, and I worked with him for eight of those years. I think eight. Um, and he would. There's so many fucking small-minded racist people in, like, especially in like the I don't know where what I'd classify factories as, but it's basically like a body up. You know what I mean? They didn't care what you look like, what you act like, as long as you do the job, and they could take advantage of that. That's all they worried about. So you get a lot of small brain people in there, and yeah, this kind of conversation would come up all the time. They're like, "Oh yeah, we can't even fucking say it, blah blah blah," and then he would be like, "Say it, bitch." And he tense up, and you get it pretty clear from his body language. You said it, you're gonna get your ass beat. I loved it. And then they'd the whole group would disperse and be just me and him, and he'd be like, "You can say it." I'm like, "Fuck that! I'll stick with homie, dude. I'll stick with homie. Thank you very much." He's like, "Well, I know you got my back," and I was like, "No, that doesn't matter. That doesn't matter. It does not matter." Oh shit. But no, I like that. There was also a clip. I want to say it was like a Fox News clip. Imagine that, where a guy was just like, "Then say it. Go ahead. What are you waiting for?" He wouldn't, of course. Coward. Um, that's the thing with racists. Like, they're all just like a bunch of cowardly pussies. You know what I mean? Some of them. That's not true. Some of them. I've met some pretty, I guess, brazen racists before. So that's not fully true. Um, Also, I was checking out that interview he did with is it Zawe? I don't know how to pronounce her name correctly, but it was a great interview. And he actually brought some interesting things kind of pertaining to. He said like R&B and or hip hop, you're selling the poison because of like the lyrical content, and that one stuck with me a little bit. I've been thinking about that, but I don't know if I like it too much. I feel like that's kind of what the conservative advocacy groups would say in the 80s and shit about like music in general, and that's how we got the parental advisory sticker, and it kind of goes along with like in metal. Like, if I'm a big metalhead, right? Um, they're talking about fucking Satan and whatever have you. You know what I mean? And you don't take that literal. I think I don't know, but maybe it's because it's getting. I don't know. I got into metal as a pretty young kid, but they like so Judas Priest had that the hearing with the suicide pact, and they try to blame them for that. Um, Twisted Sister, I know, did was in front of the court and kind of stood up for anti-censorship. But yeah, that made me curious for sure. I don't know. I've never really looked at hip hop as like a poison per se, but I'm also a someone who lived out. I've lived in a rural area all my life, like surrounded by cornfields. Like, my house that I'm currently in is surrounded by cornfields. You know what I mean? So I definitely don't have any kind of say or understanding of the culture per se. Um, but I have listened to hip hop for a long time, and I don't think it's made me want to, do any of the shit that hip hop songs talk about. I always kind of assumed it's bluster, but then again, people, I don't know. But regardless, I thought that conversation was interesting nonetheless. Let's go ahead and go to the next song. This one's obviously in a playlist. Go Go Gorilla.
My tags are not updated, but I don't think you need that strap. Why can't you just talk to me? My life is inside your hands. Can you protect it? Am I being harassed or arrested? I just wanna know, I know how the story go. Either way, on the news said he had a gun. Got a grave, every nigga is a mother son. Now she raised trying to shape the way, see the world. Now he can't and I can't help but shed a tear. Stomach drop every time that I see him near. Why do I live in fear of a gun and badge? That's the strongest enemy that we done ever had. Yeah. Red, white, and blue lights flashing. One-way trip to Doug's mansion. Somebody call 911. I just seen a 187. Who can I trust when I need help? Who can I trust for protection? Pigs flying high. Joy right to heaven. Gorilla, gorilla, go, go, gorilla, gorilla, gorilla. Get that gorilla, 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 go, go, gorilla. Red line, gentrified, they give wrist slaps to them. And sentence miles went from bread lines to picking lines to main line. Prison time for the crimes that we commit. But genocide don't mean Nana. Uncle Sam guess it's dignified. In America, probably the dream that they was selling us. Terrain on a parade, keeping my brothers up. Gotta dance with it like Mr. Bentley. If I get pulled over, Lord be with me. If I do the dash, then Lord forgive me. I was 12 years old when they tried to sit me on the curb. I got choke slammed for resisting arrest from a grown man. I ain't even tell my mama what happened. She the one to put me on to their program. Red, white, and blue lights flashing. One-way trip to Doug's mansion. Somebody call 911. I just seen a 187. Who can I call when I need help? Who can I call for protection? Pigs flying high. Joy right to heaven. Gorilla, gorilla, go, go, gorilla, gorilla, gorilla. Catch that gorilla, 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 go, go, gorilla, gorilla, gorilla. Catch that gorilla, 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 go, go, gorilla, gorilla, gorilla. Catch that gorilla, 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 go, go, gorilla, gorilla, gorilla. Catch that gorilla.
This one, I really liked the lyrics to quite a bit. I understood a little bit of what we're getting at here. So we're talking about like redlining, and then also cops preying on people of color for really no reason other than racism. And then being like kind of dealing with like, okay, so who can I trust for protection? Like our community. The only thing I don't like in the last two songs, the most racist ass area of the song, obviously it's getting the point across, but is the catchiest. I'm assuming the Go Gorilla part is also kind of lining that up with I don't know. Like with someone with the lyrics. And these are very heavily, we're talking about gentrification, we're talking about redlining, police brutality, and then you have a chorus singing Go Go Gorilla. You know what I mean? I don't know how I feel about that, but obviously it is getting the point across. Just maybe not so much like uh, songs you're going to see me drive around bumping for good reason, obviously. But art wise, I like this. Um, White Flag, let's keep it moving. I'm going to put that in a playlist just to see because I want to delve into the lyrics a little bit more. But again, it's probably not something I'm going to be driving around bumping a whole lot. Um, but it gets the point across for damn sure.
Sometimes love can turn to war. I seen it all before, not far from part of course. Try not to get too lost. It ain't no coming back soon as you're back against the wall. Light as a rock, rough as a hard place. Out of the box because of God's grace. Hard to mourn from in the casket. Stars are born, them nigga galactic. When the pigs say I'm black man in traffic. Why they treat me like I'm in a UFO? Cuff me in the backseat so I can't phone home. How does it feel to be all alone? Quite familiar. Freeway rock life familiar. Good life. Ghost got too high now, it feel like I'm flying. White flag, I don't wanna fight no more. White flag, I don't wanna fight no more. Sometimes love can turn to war. I seen it all before, not far from part of course. Try not to get too lost. It ain't no coming back soon as you're back against the wall. Light as a rock, rough as a hard place. Out of the box because of God's grace. Squabble love, I see the devil in all the yards. See friends turn full eyes locked on the back door. Gotta keep it shut. Hip hop taught me all y'all little black fools, but it's not enough. Chicken feet in the yard, 2 3s in the yards, but it's not enough. You my baby dog, voodoo. I can make your dreams come true. I got what you need, come through. Just promise me you won't be trouble. No time for that. This interested, not cardiac. Love's a losing game, like Amy sang. I don't got time for that. White flag, I don't wanna fight no more. White flag, I don't wanna fight no more. Sometimes love can turn to war. I seen it all before, not far from part of course. Try not to get too lost. It ain't no coming back soon as you're back against the wall. Light as a rock, rough as a hard place. Out of the box because of God's grace.
Okay. So, instrumentally, I feel a little bit like I've heard some of the sound before, definitely. But his words are really what's keeping me here. And it does have a nice, like, kind of groove and feel and vibe to it as well. So there's no denying that. Um, I'm trying to kind of break down in my head what we're talking about here a little bit. Um, why they treat me like a UFO, cuff me in the back seat so I can't phone home. Okay, so we're talking a little bit again about police brutality. Um, Obviously, a lot of this is we're gonna have racial themes going out through the entire album, which makes total sense. Um, this is what I was curious about. Seen friends turn foe, eyes locked on the back door, got to keep it shut. Hip hop taught me y'all love black folks, but that's not enough. I feel like that line is like referring to honestly probably people a little bit like me who are uh, live out in the country. We listen to hip hop. We enjoy black culture. We're not racist towards anybody, right? But at the same time, that's not enough because nothing's getting done in their local communities. Um, I'm kind of guessing that's where that's going. Chicken feet in the yard, 223s and ARs, but it's not enough. Damn. Okay. I like the overall sound of this. It's gonna go on a playlist as well. Um, I have so much here to unpack. Love it. I honestly, it's one of my favorite things is getting some music that you don't fully like comprehend or understand, and then the more you listen to it, it starts kind of piecing together in your head. Like, that's my favorite, especially lyrical content. Sometimes it feels like I can listen to a song 50 times, and then on the 50th time, something will click, and I'll be like, oh my God, that's what he's getting at here. You know what I mean? I personally really like that. It's like the song pays dividends in a weird way, right? In a weird way. The Running Mans, keep going.
About time for a revolution. Dark times for the melanated. One time done hit the block like clockwork. Time for an execution. Let's go. Let's go. Light at the end of the tunnel. I know the reaper's coming. I can't pretend I don't love you. Life is a bad bitch. Embrace a burst in your bubble. Don't be a savage. Another death in the jungle. You better. Silly nigga, get a gun. Pull the trigger. There's a war going on outside. Yeah, no man is safe from. Can't hide, can't run. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Lost in translation, can't find my religion. It's God on vacation. I just punched my ticket at Grand Minstrel Station. I left all my baggage, had nothing worth taking. I'm rushing, not chasing, I'm tired. Controlled by my worldly desires. I miss when I used to aspire. My feet to the fire, stumbled in the hell again. Can't catch my breath. Heart shaped hole inside my chest. Lost my hope and happiness. Can't retrace my steps. Far away from where I left. Nothing there for me but death. Blessing after blessing, had to give for I received them. Passing down the lesson learned from stepping on the cement. Grace amount of grievances, I still ain't finished grieving. Never talk to therapists that rarely call on Jesus. Don't pick up my phone a lot, I like to be alone with thoughts. Stolen you from broken hearts, I know you think I changed. Music is a nightmare, I feel like day to day. All I have is pain. Can't hide, can't run. Let's go.
Okay, so this one, I like how he tackled religion a little bit in this, but I do find it a little like corny. I've seen him talk about this in like interviews where he says he's not religious, but he still talks about God in his music to be more relatable. I personally think it's better just to be yourself in the scenario, but again, it kind of he kind of tackles a little bit of the like doubts and inner frustrations with it a little bit here. Overall, I like the sound, but also it does sound a lot like Genesis Owusu. It's been a little bit, but I loved that album dropped. I know he has a new one. I haven't listened to that yet. I do plan on it. Struggler. Yeah, that one, this song could have been on that album, it felt like to me. That being said, I do like the lyrical content here, so it is going to go on a playlist, and it's a good song as well. Let's move it on to TV Guide.
Television, you turn me on. Looking at you all night long. Moving magic up on the screen. I think the television's controlling me. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Woke up, turned on the TV. Went to sleep watching TV. Breaking news on the TV. Must be true, it's on TV. Pacified by the TV. Glued my eyes to the TV. Execution in mind pollution. Live on the TV. Fuck are you looking at? What the fuck are you looking at? What the fuck are you looking at? What the fuck are you looking at? Television, you turn me on. Looking at you all night long. Moving magic up on the screen. I think the television's controlling me. Ooh. Television, you turn me on. Looking at you all night long. Moving magic up on the screen. I think the television's controlling me. Dare to dream how to get on that silver screen. Lights, cameras, action, bravo. Can't you hear the guns clapping? Bravo. Can't you see the thugs acting macho? Just like Marlon Brando, just like Al Pacino. Catch her in the ride, catch the B-roll. Fuck are you looking at? What the fuck are you looking at? What the fuck are you looking at? What the fuck are you looking at? Television, you turn me on. Looking at you all night long. Moving magic up on the screen. I think the television's controlling me. Ooh. Television, you turn me on. Looking at you all night long. Moving magic up on the screen. I think the television's controlling me. Ooh. 1, 2, 3, jump, I'm going with the wind. Grab some popcorn, please, let's begin. As I serenade a song of the South. They ain't never let a really nigga up in the house. I ain't a toy, they wanna put a nigga up in the box. Richard Pryor with the fire, now they getting me hot. They looking at me like a joke, what's all the laughing about? I ain't no Dumbo, Jim Crow, swearing he fly, who gives a fuck though? Who really cares though? Who's the great and powerful eyes and who's the scarecrow? Who's the witch though? Power of the dollar decline, they give us crypto. Let the coin flip, head or tails, go ahead and pick which one they going in. Where's the love at? Touched by Uncle Sam, you better fuck back. You better bounce that ass, you better drop that ass, you better fuck back. You better move that ass before they use that ass, you better fuck back. You better shake that ass before they take that ass, you better fuck back. You better glue that ass. Television, you turn me on. Looking at you all night long. Moving magic up on the screen. I think the television's controlling me. Ooh. Television, you turn me on. Looking at you all night long. Moving magic up on the screen. I think the television's controlling me. Ooh.
Okay, first off, I like the sound to everything, but the lyrics here are fantastic. I really, really, really like these. And talking about a serious problem that kind of affects everybody a little bit. First off, we have like our culture really relies on entertainment to a level that like we can't sit there in our own thoughts because they might be too uncomfortable. So people turn on the television. Hell, I'm guilty of it. I put on music. But typically I feel like a lot of times the stuff I'm listening to Not always, but a lot of times if I'm in that mood, it actually lends to it a little bit and helps me think. But movies and TV, hell, now you got podcasts. It just more and more things that are being thrown on the screen, and people are spending more and more time in front of it, which is not good. It's not healthy. It kind of promotes isolation culture, which is going to be super problematic as well. Um, I would imagine even more so in the next 20 years. Uh, and that being said, there's so many other things you can go with on this. I feel like the television's controlling me. As a person, again, growing up in rural, middle of nowhere, Ohio, I grew up with Fox News on all the time. And let me tell you, it took a good amount of mental beatings from my wife when I was right out of high school to realize some of the ignorant ass ideas that I had about the world. And then a nice, like, uh, it's stupid shit too. Like, it's just like the way a lot of the news talks, like, tries to, they use like a lot of taglines, especially in like Fox News. Like, they'll be like, that person's gay, and they make sure you know that they're gay. So it's almost like giving you like a signifier of like, hey, you need to be mad about this, or this person's black and they're doing this. And of course, the amount of propaganda that gets pushed through a lot of those news channels, and it doesn't even need to be news channels these days, podcasts and what have you, conspiracy theories, just out of control. And we look back at like times like World War II, and you're shocked that the Germans, a lot of like the population weren't aware of Auschwitz because of propaganda, and we learned that. And it's still hard for people to understand that that was propaganda back then. I'm like, fucking, what are they doing? They're putting up posters and shit. This is like your everyday life. They're hitting you with it. You know what I mean? And that doesn't affect you, but that affected, you know what I mean? It doesn't make a whole lot of sense when you really start breaking down stuff. But yeah, it's absolutely crazy the amount of propaganda that gets pumped out of the news channels. And I think we can use Alex Pretty and Renee Good are examples that it's pretty clear cut shit. You know what I mean? Like, anybody with a brain in their head can look at that and be like, oh, okay. And then you listen to the news and they continuously talk about it over and over. Like, there's these, oh, well, look at the tired, like, try to give all these little reasons of doubt to, and makes you, it almost is like fooling dumb people into thinking they're smart in a way. Very, very problematic. Unfortunately, I don't really know at this point. It's not going to get better. It's, in fact, only going to get worse, in my opinion, especially with the current leadership and stuff. Nobody's stopping these giant ass companies from doing these kinds of things. Sadly, it's a good song. Again, there's a lot that goes into this, and propaganda and screens are a huge problem right now. It's something with my two daughters. I've been they're very limited on screen time, which sucks because they're like in let's see here. They're early on in school, right? Middle school, grade school, right? And it already, they're like, yeah, we're not cool because everybody has phones, which is fucking crazy if you ask me as a parent. Like, I get it for like communication things, but my kid's gonna get a fucking track phone. If I can do it that way, they can do it that way. They'll be just fine. And growing up through the 90s, I don't know. There's a lot of scary shit right now as a parent in general, and trying to teach your kids about all this stuff too, to make sure they don't fall into the same fucking traps that you did when you were their age, just out of naivete. You know what I mean? The Big Bad Wolf. Let's keep it going. That was going to go on a playlist.
Don't put your right hand on the word of God. I'm getting paid now, so I keep the thing round and I shoot it fast like a minute in New York. Live by the gun, die at the hands of the law. Cause a badge and a gun make you more. Nigga, what are you gon' do when the shit crack off and the big bad wolf come and blow down your top?
Once upon a time, not long ago, rat-a-tat-tatted and all the cops scattered. Cop shot the kid, cop shot the kid, cop shot the kid. Once upon a time, not long ago, cop shot the kid, 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 cop shot the kid.
Yeah, I'm a nigga with an attitude. Just tell the truth and watch quick, they all get mad at you. Don't wanna hear another jingle from the Jiggle Bulls. Don't wanna see another dry snitching interview. Well, every time a nigga in the news, he in the news. It made me sick on what the shit the pop was on the juice. I'm jumping off the roof, I'm feeling bulletproof. Assassinated who? Who the fuck you think you talking to? Drop bombs like Mario, you hear me coming. Up the street, my trunk jumping like a put down. I put the hood down, the splinties in my mins among us. That they knew, the gun enforcers, Columbus. Drop that noose, you should be swinging in the jungle, black man. What's your master plan? What are you gon' do when the shit crack off and the big bad wolf come and blow down your top?
Once upon a time, not long ago, rat-a-tat-tatted and all the cops scattered. Cop shot the kid, cop shot the kid, cop shot the kid. Once upon a time, not long ago, cop shot the kid, cop shot the kid, cop shot the kid, cop shot the kid, cop shot the kid. I still hear him
This is
scream.
for the black man tryna make a dollar out of dime, need a cash game. Nigga must have lost his fucking mind, let's get active. I got more than money on the line, got these babies in the life for they motherfucking pride, nigga. Goddamn, I just seen a Johnny hit the lights, nigga. Goddamn, I just cracker reading me my rights, nigga. Goddamn, they just gave me 25 to life. If you let me send a kite, good night.
Did we get a Slick Rick sample in here? Been a bit since I've listened to some Slick Rick. I did check out his last project a little bit, where he's talking about how hard it is to be a renter in New York. Shut the fuck up. Regardless, I'm going to see Slick Rick in Riot Fest. He'll be at Riot Fest this year in Chicago, and I'm pretty stoked about that. Him, Nas, Afro Man are going to be there. I feel like there was a few other people, but yeah. This had a really good flow, and I liked that Slick Rick sample a lot. That was really cool. That was cool. This flow's really nice. This one might be one of my favorites off the album, honestly, so far. I really dig this overall sound. Let's keep it going. Only in America. Reminds me of that, there was a song, a Fishbone. Only in America. Good ass track. If you guys haven't checked out Fishbone, what the fuck are you guys doing? What are you doing?
America the beautiful. I like to take a look at you. It's hard to see past the stars from beyond the bars. No, they let it go to look at you. We barely can read, plus speech not necessarily free. Black folks always embarrassing me with that face down, ass up, hands in knees. We just wanna have a good time, all that we've been through. I remember being 9 on 10th Street in Pound when I lost my mental. Growing up was hard, thank God I found instrumentals. But I miss when things were still simple. God bless the USA. God bless the USA. God bless the USA. God bless the USA. Hey. You can live by the gun, die by the gun. Only in America. You can lie, you can steal. Your house on the hill. Only in America. You can be anything, live out dreams. Only in America. Only in America. This world known to break down angels. So long since I had my halo. Hell bent on trying to make life make sense. When I know I'm unstable. I know Cupid don't miss, but I know God make mistakes too. Still in search of a breakthrough. I've been hurt since last April. Hopefully I'm better by the summertime. Sun's out, guns out, I'm clutching mine. Been through way too much to summarize. Too much in my hands to let it go. It's gonna be okay one day. You never know. Okay. God bless the USA. God bless the USA. God bless the USA. God bless the USA. Hey. You can live by the niggas homeless slaves. Trust me when you hear me say, God gon' bless the USA. Only in the USA. God bless the USA. Stole me and they brought me to the USA. Thank you, I guess. God bless the USA. God bless the USA. God bless the USA. God bless the USA. Hey. You can live by the gun, die by the gun. Only in America. You can lie, you can steal, house on the hill. Only in America. You can be anything, live out green. Only in America. Only in America.
Just that monotone delivery of God bless the the USA. Oh my God, I can't speak worth a damn today. Just that monotone delivery, you just really feel that you're like, wait a second, is he being sarcastic? Yes, he is. God bless the USA, where you can live or die by the gun. You can hoard money like a fucking dragon while people starve in the streets. Own a mansion while people go homeless. Yeah. And that's like one of my big pet peeves is like watching people that are like big capitalists as all the money starts accumulating at the top, where all of us are getting taken advantage of. I don't care if you're black, white, Mexican, whatever your orientation, right? We're all getting taken advantage of. It's crazy. And actually, I feel like there's a pretty big disconnect, I feel like, with like poor white people and poor black people. Both I've talked to have like kind of an ignorant opinion of the other. But it's like we're all kind of dealing with the same thing at this moment. And obviously, the difference is that we as white people don't have a history of that happening to us currently, or you know what I mean? Whereas black people have been getting fucked over since they've arrived in this country. So it's not that I'm bitching about like, oh, we're actually equal or something like that. I think there's a frustration though for like, I see a lot of white dudes that have no education that grew up in a shitty trailer park. You know what I mean? And they're like, well, I went through some bad shit too. You know what I mean? And people are very, they look at it at a personal level and they never really go further than that. Which is sad. But yeah, I think this song is, it gets a lot of good points in here for sure. Yeah, I have kind of an Irish point of view on this whole thing with the wealth accumulation. The Americans look at, my fellow Americans, they look at it like, one day I can grow up and be that rich person, right? And then the Irish look at it more like, one day we're gonna get that bastard. I've always been more of the latter. This is a good song. Don't know how well. Like, it did feel a little long. And the repetition of God bless the USA, it might get a little old. I'm gonna put it in a playlist for now, though. Yeah, I like that. Do you know the devil?
You are the devil.
How dare you?
Do you know the devil? Have you ever met the devil? it's so hot, it got me bothered. It's so hard for me to let go of the world that's on my shoulders. I can barely lift the boulders, rising tension, reminiscing. I remember being sold. 2008 was special, I was dancing with the devil. I was friendly with the demons, heavy hearted, got me sinking. Racing thoughts is catching up to me, don't know what I was thinking. Devil came to keep me company this weekend. Hell, 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 me, please. Come on. Hell, 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 me, please. Have you seen my soul? I think I sold it to the devil. I've been lifted, Lord forgive me. You know everything I've been through. I've been waiting on the miracle a long, long time. In the deep dark hole, trying to find sunshine till the voice called out. Told me follow me, I helped him before I knew it. I was dancing with the devil and the song ain't through. Waiting patiently to break free. Can you save me? Hell, 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 me, please. Come on. Hell, 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 me, please. Father, gotta pray on the day that you understand that I'm just a man. I mean, what am I supposed to do? When I'm numb but evocable. When life get hard and death get way too close for you to be comfortable. When you see God, then will you fall for grace? Adapt to human nature, we all mistakes. Amen. 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 Amen.
Okay. This one had a nice flow, a bit more edge to that instrumental than I feel like a lot of this has. I mean, especially if you've heard like post-punk before. This is nothing real, instrumentally, like it's not mind-blowing, but I do think it's probably not been utilized with hip-hop like this a whole lot. And obviously, if I'm wrong, drop a couple artists in the comments that utilize this. I know Genesis Owusu, but other than that, and again, for real, like only one or two songs on here has sound something like the Genesis Owusu album I talked about earlier. But this is good for sure. I'm gonna put it in a playlist. Cotton.
Where I come from, you can't be so. These young street punks might knock you on when Jesus died up on that cross. He left us lost, singing the same old song. Drop the needle, turn up the volume. Record spinning and show hypnotic. Music make you feel just like cotton. Pick me up when I feel like falling down. Pick me up when I feel like falling down. Pick me up when I feel like falling. Drop the needle, turn up that volume. Record spinning and show hypnotic. Music make you feel just like cotton. Pick me up when I feel like falling down. Pick me up when I feel like falling down. As life goes on and death gets close, you'll need someone that makes you whole. That's love, but but please don't be deceived. If you choose wrong, they'll take everything. But drop the needle, turn up the volume. Record speed and this show hypnotic. Music make you feel just like cotton. Pick me up when I feel like falling down. Pick me up when I feel like falling down. Pick me up when I feel like falling. Drop the needle, turn up that volume. Record speed and this show hypnotic. Music make you feel just like cotton. Pick me up when I feel like falling down. Pick me up when I feel like falling down. Pick me up when I feel like falling. Dance for me, dance for me. I wanna see you dance for me, dance for me. I wanna see you dance for me, dance for me. I wanna see you dance for me, dance for me. I love to see you move for me, groove for me. I wanna see you move for me, groove for me. Let me see you move for me, groove for me. I wanna see you move for me, groove for me. I wanna see you drop the needle, turn up the volume. Record spinning, this show hypnotic. Music make you feel just like cotton. Pick me up when I feel like falling down. Pick me up when I feel like falling down. Pick me up when I feel like falling. Drop the needle, turn up that volume. Record spinning, this show hypnotic. Music make you feel just like cotton. Pick me up when I feel like falling down. Pick me up when I feel like falling down. Pick me up when I feel like falling. Drop the needle, turn up that volume. Record spinning, this show hypnotic. Music make you feel just like cotton. Pick me up when I feel like falling. Pick me up when I feel like falling. Pick me up when I feel like falling.
All right, so I'm not a huge fan of this one. I don't know. It didn't have a bad sound per se, but it didn't do much. Like, it didn't grab me much, and then lyrically, I wasn't really. I don't know. Comparatively to a lot of the other ones, it didn't feel as impactful. But maybe it's just that I'm not understanding exactly what's happening here lyrically. So maybe on a few other listens, that's the curse of first reactions. You don't like. I feel like most people. Could just be that I'm dumb. I feel like a lot of people that go in and they already know exactly what the lyrics mean. They've already done some research on the lyrics, but that kind of counterpoints the idea of a first reaction, a true first reaction. I don't know. The last one here before we talk about the album, 7 in the morning. No, it's 6 in the morning. Police at my door. That's what. Iced tea, baby. Let's get it.
In the morning, death is in the air. Decibels from warheads, death in my ear. Desecrated holy land, and that was there. Devastated questioning if heaven's real. 7 in the morning, trying to get to noon. Staring out my window, watching the platoon go left, 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 right, left, 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 right, left. Left, 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 right, left, 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 right, left, 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 right, left. The man on the moon said they'd be over any day now. America will be here soon to make a way out and put us on the plane to LA. We'll get to live in Hollywood and see a Laker parade. Can't wait to march that Figueroa, mimicking the movement of the soldiers. Staring out my window, 7 in the morning, going left, 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 right, left, 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 right, left, 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 right, left, 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 right, left, 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 right, left. Or what is it good for? And what's the point of peace if we could break it? All the wars we wage as nations over money or location or religious ideation. Humans cheering in the crowd, proud that they gladiators. Why is that for entertainment? I don't understand. Primal greed, we always feel the need to have the upper hand. Murdering our brothers for the love of Uncle Sam. Marching like a soldier, waiting on commands. Going left, 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 right, left, 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 right, left.
You know what? That last part there with that guitar, kind of that bluesy, almost like Hendrix-esque guitar there. I feel like I actually want a little more of that through the album. I thought that was a nice little touch there. Um, Lyrically, the verses on this are fantastic. I really like this one a lot. I'm not so sold on the chorus, the left, 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 right, left. Not a huge fan of that, especially in the kind of monotone delivery. Um, but everything else is really solid here. Okay, so we've finished the album here. Obviously, guys, I'm not some kind of like internet know-it-all. If there's anything throughout this reaction that I've messed up, misspoken, just been plain ignorant on, feel free to fill me in the comments. Provide some links if you would. If we're gonna like, I don't mind. I mean, it's kind of the fun of music a little bit, right? You're going out of your own element, your own little social bubble, especially in this scenario, as I'm, again, rural, I'm white. There's a lot of things that contrast with this album. But I think that's the kind of importance. I think we need to build more bridges and less gatekeeping. I think we'd be a lot better in as a whole. You know what I mean? And you can't really do that without understanding the other people that you're living amongst in your country. So I really like that. There's a lot of stuff in here too that's obviously like tongue in cheek or maybe even satirical, sarcastic. So if there's something there that I'm missing that you guys feel like that I missed out on or I didn't quite catch, fill your boy in, okay? All right. This isn't like me. I know exactly what I'm talking about. This is the first reaction to an album filled with heavy topics. That being said, let's go ahead and hop on in here. So I think my things I disliked here, mainly, I think sometimes the monotone delivery, it almost feels like Vince doesn't really care about the topics he's talking about a little bit because of that. But also there's a certain kind of element of like sarcasm on some of the things he's utilizing. So it kind of works, but for me, I thought it kind of added a little bit of blandness to the album. Um, what else? I don't know if it's a con per se, because there's it's kind of in the middle. There's an equal there's a nice balance to this one, but so I don't really have any other heavy complaints. However, I do think the post punk sound this has been done a little bit before. Like I said, it might not in hip hop form, um, but the sound itself has definitely been utilized before. Now, I don't think that's a bad thing per se. I listen to a lot of punk rock, and that's three chords or whatever, and it doesn't. Some of the sound it starts sounding the same a little bit. But I really love the idea on a positive side of that we're getting like some potentially punk sounds into hip hop, which is dope because you've had that since the beginning, where like, was it Public Enemy? I want to say it was Minor Threat. I could be wrong on that. I know Anthrax did something with them as well. Um, but basically, like the ideals there are the same. Realistically, a lot of punk rock folk, they care about the diversity of their scene. They care about being welcoming to those a little bit different than them, as long as you're not like a bigoted piece of shit. And I think hip hop, a lot of stuff in hip hop could go hand in hand with that. Unfortunately, I think in the '90s you had a lot of misogyny and slurs towards gay people in hip hop, especially like gangster rap, which is what I kind of grew up listening to. But now that I'm more like, I've been really delving into punk rock in the last 4 years, thanks to this channel, and you really see a lot of people like just striving to make sure that we all we all feel important and welcome and stuff. And I think hip hop can go really hand in hand with this. And I think the lyrics here are indeed punk, and I like that. I like that a lot, and I think it's a nice bridge, if you will. The things I liked, the biting lyrics here. There's a lot of biting lyrics. At time there were like, I think most of the verses here are hot in this album. I think most of the verses are great. At times, some of the choruses were kind of a little more towards the middle for me, but for the majority of those, they were like when they utilize like the Go-Go Gorilla are spelling out the N-word. Your boy is out. But yeah, no, there's a lot of depth here, and I can't wait to delve in a little further and try to understand some of these lyrics that are going on here. This is my first Vince project, obviously, so I don't really know where he's come from. I don't understand exactly what's brought him to this point, so I can't say too much. This is a great first impression for me, at least. I probably will return to his music for sure. I love this cover too. Fucking Donald Trump. Fuck that dude. Yeah, I lost my train of thought. I was locked in. Let's go favorite song, least favorite song here. I'm gonna go. You know what? 7 in the Morning really impressed me. The verses on that were really solid. I kind of dug that, but the Big Bad Wolf was cool as well. I did like TV Guide too, and that one I feel like is out of everything on this album, TV Guide's probably the most relatable to me. That fucking TV, man, it's addicting. I've already gotten off all the social medias for the most part. I do have like Instagram, but I really don't use Facebook or TikTok anymore. I try to avoid shorts in general just because I think they rot my brain attention. You know what I mean? I want to be able to sit there and listen to lectures without getting bored and shit, like on YouTube. And so it's just my mind starts wandering the more I utilize those kind of entertainments. So I feel like TV Guide is a really good track. Blackberry Marmalade, obviously, banger too. I think my least favorite track here, I don't know. Cotton really did not speak to me on. I don't know. It looks like it has a lot of plays, but that one didn't really do it to me. I'll give it a spin again, of course, and kind of see where we're at with it. Um, but I think the social commentary here on this album is fantastic. There's some good political commentary, good racial commentary in general. Um, I think the important thing is here, Vince has given us a lot of stuff to think about, and I like that a lot. I like music that's going to make you think, maybe just during the listening, but for me, I'm more of a ponderer. It's going to sit with me for a couple weeks, and I'll be thinking about some of these lyrics and stuff as well. So I think that in this, especially in this time of of our country, um, yeah, we got to build bridges, guys. We got to build some bridges. Let's go ahead and we're gonna give this a flat 7. I think it's a great album. I will be returning to Vince Staples. Shout out to him. And it looks like he'll be live in Portland and London coming up here. And he's got merch available as well. Always support the artists, especially while we have this fucking AI bullshit that makes it really hard as an artist to stay profitable. It feels really really like the industry wants to all the money they invested in AI to I don't think they're gonna let it just go away. Okay, guys, that's all for me. Again, drop stuff in the comments if I messed anything up, and obviously Bois here to learn. So I'm Pyro. If you enjoy the content, hit that like, drop a comment on your thoughts, whether you liked or hated it, regardless. Until next time, peace.